I'm Medlam. I'm a lecturer here at ACM at UCO. I teach applied voice and I direct student bands. So I'm involved in the performance track. On the performance track, you've got drums, you've got bass, guitar, keyboards, and voice. And those are all represented in the student bands that we're in usually too. So, if what you want to do as a musician is a power trio, then that's great. But you're also going to have the opportunity to work with a much larger group in the student bands, which is another challenge in itself, because a lot of people who do this music aren't used to working with a 6-piece, 7-piece band. Performance students, when you come here, you'll be randomly divided into student bands that rehearse twice a week, and then they perform once every 5 weeks, and that's a public performance here in our performance lab in Bricktown. The student performances aren't like the kind of student performances you're going to see at a lot of other music schools, right? It's not a room of parents all sitting quietly watching everyone sedately perform. It's a rock show, and so there's going to be parents there, but there's also a lot of students, and there's also a lot of just the general public that want to hear good music. So it's a much more real world thing, and it's definitely a strengthening thing. If you haven't spent a lot of time on stage, this is the perfect place to put in that time and to get that experience. And you're doing it in front of a large group of people that are there to support you. Some instructors will try to cover a wide variety of genres in one show, and others will try to tailor the set to the show. So maybe you'll be working for 5 weeks on a country set, or on a progressive pop rock set, or on an indie set, and kind of get your head in that space for a month. It's not your traditional cloistered music school where you're going to be hanging out with only people in your discipline and you only do one thing. It's a much more rounded education. You're going to learn how to book shows, how to book tours, how to run yourself as a business, how to run your band as a business, and then the connections that you can build. You're not just in a school with other performance majors, or strictly performance and composition majors or education majors. You're also here with business majors and production majors, which means in one building you've got access to people who are doing everything you need to get your career moving. Not only do you have the opportunity to be playing all the time around town and at school with the people you meet here, but you've also got the opportunity to build yourself as a business, build yourself as a professional musician, which is something that you don't necessarily find at a lot of traditional music schools, where you're going to be kind of isolated from the world and then let loose upon it. You're already acting in the outside world while you're in the school.